And I put you in a headlock. You ain't like that one, does you?
Cha-cha,
And I put you in a headlock. And I put you in a headlock. And I put you in a headlock.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nas back again with another video. So today we about to react to Juicy Pop, the sad truth about Kenan and Kel from best friends on and off camera to major falling out. Damn, I knew they had some beef going on around back in the day behind the scenes of Kenan and Kel, but Kenan and Kel was my show back in the day. Yeah, I'm telling you, that was my show. So let's get right into it.
For kids growing up in the 90s, Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell were the pinnacle of American comedy. In 1993, Nickelodeon scoured the country looking for talented youngsters for their new sketch comedy show called All That.
All That's
included
good
in the
too,
initial
man.
cast were two unknown 15-year-olds, Kenan Thompson from Atlanta, Georgia, and Kel Mitchell from Chicago, Illinois. They clicked immediately, and their undeniable chemistry on and off camera was closely observed by the show's creatives. They took note and created a duo out of the two, often putting them in scenes together. Their skits became so popular that the network decided to formulate a spin-off show around them. Created by Kim Bass, who also created ABC sitcom Sister Sister, Kenan and Kel premiered on August 17th, 1996, and ran for 4 seasons, ending on January 14th, 2001. The show followed high school students scheming Kenan Rockmore, played by Kenan Thompson, looking for fame and fortune to improve his station as a Chicago grocery store clerk, and his clumsy best friend, Kel Kimball, played by Kel Mitchell, who was very vocal about his love affair with orange soda. The show also featured Kenan's family, which consisted of his father, Roger, played by Ken Foree, mother, Cheryl, played by Teal Marchand, and younger sister, Kyra, played by Vanessa Baden. The show also featured Kenan's boss, Chris Potter, played by Dan Frischman. Some go-to elements throughout the show's run, included in the opening and closing, were the duo breaking the fourth wall by interacting with the studio audience while standing in front of a red curtain that was placed in front of the main set while they were still in character, the openings having Kel never knowing what the night's episode was about and Kenan refusing to tell him, and the closings frequently featuring Kenan coming up with a new scheme. Both the opening and closing of episodes also featured Kel exclaiming his famous catchphrase.
Ah, there it goes!
Fun fact, that catchphrase is also the title of the theme song, which was written and performed by late rapper Coolio.
R.I.P. Here it goes. Damn. Everybody out there, go money, tell your homeboys and homegirls, time for Kenan and Kel.
During their tenure on Kenan and Kel, the boys were able to take their characters from their most notable skit from All That, where they worked at a burger joint and navigated work, a social life, and a series of work mishaps with customers and coworkers, and turn it into a major motion picture of the same name.
Yeah.
Hey, check it, Ed. It's the Mondo Idiot. Oh, well, nice to meet you, Mondo Idiot. I'm Ed. Huh. Well, Ed, you better watch your butt, man. Okay.
Good Burger debuted in theaters in the summer of 1997. Even though critics gave it mixed reviews, it went on to become a commercial success.
And a classic too, a Nickelodeon classic.
Fun fact, instead of having a regular 24-minute episode, Nickelodeon produced a feature-length film for the series finale. A couple of years after Kenan and Kel went off the air, the duo almost ended up on another show together, Saturday Night Live. Both of them auditioned with hopes of getting on, but only Kenan got the gig. In fact, he's since become SNL's longest tenured cast member.
Damn, 10
Fun fact,
years?
Kel didn't make it because his audition was a total disaster. He spoke about the experience during a Reddit Ask Me Anything session in 2015. I think it's hilarious now thinking about it, but now doing stand-up and being good at it now, I realize now what I did was not good. But basically, I did this joke about DMX. If DMX was in Toy Story, it was so bad, it was good to me. And I remember Tina Fey was there, and I remember afterwards she was like, good job. But I think it was a little too crazy for SNL. The weirdness didn't end
That
there.
might be
He
kinda
did
funny,
another
though.
crazy
You
sketch
mentioned
involving
Toy
Michael
Story?
Jackson.
That would be
I did a
funny
song
right
about
there.
Michael Jackson if he was allergic to trees, because you know he used to love to sit in trees if you saw that classic interview that he had, and I thought it would be funny if he was allergic to trees and he's sitting in one sneezing. So I remember I started dancing. I think my energy was so crazy, I did like a moonwalk move and actually stepped on one of the tables right in front of the stage and flipped the table with someone's drink on it over. It was a mess. So
Damn.
while Kenan's career took off, Kel stalled. His absence didn't go unnoticed though. Over time, people started asking, what happened to Kel Mitchell? Online forums even popped up asking, did Kel from Kenan and Kel die? The
No,
prevalence
he
of
didn't.
that
He
question
said
even
long.
led to an actual notice that thankfully turned out to just be a hoax. After going through some rough times, including going through a divorce, drug and alcohol use, and having thoughts of taking his own life, he
Yeah.
eventually got things in his life and career back on track. How did he do it? By rediscovering his Christian faith.
I'm glad he did that.
We'll never know the trajectory Kel's career would have taken if he had aced his SNL audition, but it's probably a good thing that him and Kenan didn't end up together again, since apparently Kenan had had enough of being associated with Kel.
What?
In the years following their days at Nickelodeon, rumors of a feud between them started circulating. Then Kel added fuel to the fire in 2012 when he spoke to TMZ about his former co-star. The truth is, Kenan does not want to be seen with me in any form of media, or even have my name mentioned around him. There is no bad blood on my side. I'm not declining a reunion. I know the fans love the show and would love to see some type of appearance with us. I just don't see that ever happening because of how he really feels. He seemed to take it all in stride though, adding, I have not been upset about this. I respect his choice of wanting to make a name for himself solo. 3 years after that, though, it appeared that whatever happened between them was finally put to rest when the two made an appearance on The Tonight Show, where they reprised their Good Burger roles for a sketch with Jimmy Fallon. The crowd went wild seeing them side
Yeah, I
by
seen
side
that
again.
skit right
In
there.
2018,
I was like,
during an
what?
interview with The Breakfast Club, Kenan finally admitted that, at one point, there was a rift between him and Kel. He had a different take as to why than Kel told TMZ. According to Kenan, the dissolution of their friendship was a result of their work schedules and living on opposite sides of the country. Ultimately, they began to patch things up after Kenan got a call from Kel one night at his home in New York City, a few years back. They ended up talking for quite some time and have been thick as thieves ever since. The following year, All That got the reboot treatment and returned to Nickelodeon with both Kenan
Yeah, I
and
don't
Kel
like that
signing
All That
on as
reboot.
executive
I don't know
producers.
why they try to do
Unfortunately,
that.
even though additional
They
episodes
just
were
doing
ordered
it
in
for
early
the
2020,
modern
production
version
was
of
suspended
All That.
due to the
They
COVID-19
try to do a
pandemic
modern
that March
version of All
and did
That,
not
though.
resume. Kenan and Kel has been released on
I don't
DVD
like
in the
it,
compilations Best of Seasons 1 and 2 and Best of Season 3 and 4, available through Amazon.com. It's important to note, though, that Season 1 as well as Season 3 are missing 3 episodes each, while Seasons 2 and 4 are complete. Individual seasons are not available. Between 2011 and 2012, all 4 seasons were released on the iTunes Store. Kenan and Kel is currently streaming on Paramount Plus and Netflix. However, the latter service only has the first 2 seasons, and some episodes are missing. As of
Yeah, I was
2023,
in
the
the
Kenan
wondering
and Kel
that because I
brand
was
is
trying
still
to watch
going
it on
strong.
Netflix.
On
Only
November
showed 2
22nd,
seasons.
they reprised their iconic roles of Dexter and Ed in Good Burger 2, released on Paramount.
I gotta see that.
The next
movie. I
day, the
haven't
pair
seen
took
that
part
movie
in the
yet.
Macy's
Wow.
Thanksgiving Day Parade, riding in the back of a Good Burger 2 themed car. Both waved to the crowd and jammed out to music along the route. It was especially nice to see Kel in such high spirits since he'd suffered an emergency hospitalization a couple of weeks prior.
What?
Earlier in the month, he was taken to a Los Angeles area hospital following a scary experience where the whole right side of his arm and leg went numb, followed by not being able to swallow. After
Damn.
running some tests and fearing the worst, it turned out to be a bulging disc he had from a prior injury that was pressing up against a nerve. In an exclusive interview with People just days before Good Burger 2's release, both reminisced about their rekindled friendship after growing apart as adults. Kel reflected on that fateful phone call from years ago, saying, "We talked for at least about an hour or 2 and just was like, yeah, man, we're talking about everything, and that bond was there, which I think is awesome. It's cool to see the dynamic of us as adults, Kenan and Kel as adults." Kenan added, "We were so bonded when we were young because we spent so much time working. But now, since it's been a departure and a return, it's like there will never be another departure. You know what I mean? We've already experienced the mysteries of, well, what if I went off and you went off and you did this? We've seen what that is. Now there's no fear of it, or there's no feeling of we're missing out on any kind of thing or whatever. It's such a pleasure and that guaranteed somebody's got your back feeling at any given moment in the room. Everything is just easy.
Facts. Yeah, I did not know they had a little beef going on around the 90s when they were shooting Kenan and Kel though, but I get it what was Kenan was saying, because Kenan was living in Atlanta and Kel was living in Chicago. They ain't had time to see each other. They had a close bond, like when they was doing all that, Kenan and Kel, and actually they ain't haven't seen each other after Kenan and Kel. But I always wonder what Kel. I don't want to see how Kenan and Kel be doing in SNL though. But I don't watch SNL. If they was in SNL, but if Kenan, if Kel wasn't, if Kel was in SNL, while with Kenan, I might go see SNL a lot. I might be seeing SNL, see some skits because of them, actually. But that's all I gotta say. But if you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.